Mastering Cultural Competence Coaching. Prioritizing cultural competence turbocharges an organization's performance and productivity. When an organization prioritizes cultural competence, how does it ultimately influence its overall performance and productivity, leading to enhanced operational excellence? The question of cultural competence and its impact on operational excellence. It's a topic that's near and dear to my heart, having spent years working with organizations to help them build a more inclusive and effective workforce. Let me tell you a story about a company I worked with recently. We'll call it Global Tech. Global Tech was a mid-sized tech firm that had been experiencing rapid growth, with offices sprouting up in cities all over the world. But as they expanded, they began to notice some troubling trends. Turnover was high, particularly among employees from diverse backgrounds. Morale was low, and communication breakdowns were common. The CEO, Rachel, was determined to get to the bottom of the problem. She knew that something was amiss, but she wasn't quite sure what. That's where I came in. I was brought in to help Global Tech develop a cultural competence program that would address these issues head-on. As I dug in, I quickly realized that the problem wasn't just about diversity and inclusion, it was about operational excellence itself. You see, when teams don't communicate effectively, or when certain groups feel marginalized or excluded, it's not just a nice-to-have issue, it's a business imperative. I'll never forget the conversation I had with Rachel's HR director, Maria. Maria was a bright and capable professional, but she was clearly frustrated. "We've tried all sorts of diversity initiatives," she told me, "but nothing seems to stick. We've got committees and task forces, but it's all just lip service." I nodded sympathetically. I'd seen this before. The problem wasn't the initiatives themselves, it was the way they were being implemented. You see, cultural competence isn't just about checking boxes or attending workshops. It's about fundamental changes to the way an organization operates. So, Maria and I got to work. We started by conducting a thorough audit of Global Tech's HR practices and policies. We looked at everything from recruitment and hiring to performance evaluations and promotions. And what we found was revealing. We found that the language used in job postings was often culturally biased, inadvertently screening out qualified candidates from underrepresented groups. We found that the company's performance evaluation criteria were weighted towards traits that were more commonly found in dominant cultural groups. And we found that opportunities for advancement were often limited to those who had existing connections within the company. It was a tough pill to swallow, but Maria and the rest of the leadership team were willing to listen and learn. Together, we developed a comprehensive plan to address these issues, from rewriting job postings to overhauling the performance evaluation process. But here's the thing. It wasn't just about policies and procedures. It was about changing the culture itself. We worked with team leaders to develop a culture of active listening and empathy, where everyone felt seen and heard. We created opportunities for employees to share their experiences and perspectives, and to learn from one another. And you know what? It worked. Over time, we started to see real changes at Global Tech. Turnover rates plummeted, and employee satisfaction soared. Communication improved dramatically, and teams began to work together more effectively. But what really amazed me was the impact on the company's bottom line. With a more culturally competent workforce, Global Tech was able to tap into new markets and attract top talent from around the world. They were able to innovate more effectively and to respond more quickly to changing customer needs. In other words, their cultural competence program didn't just make them a better place to work, it made them a more effective and efficient organization. As I look back on my work with Global Tech, I'm reminded that cultural competence isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a key driver of operational excellence. When organizations prioritize cultural competence, they're not just doing the right thing, they're doing the smart thing. So what can you do to prioritize cultural competence in your own organization? Here are a few actionable steps to get you started. Conduct a thorough audit of your HR practices and policies, looking for areas where bias may be creeping in. Develop a comprehensive cultural competence program that addresses the unique needs and perspectives of your employees. Create opportunities for employees to share their experiences and perspectives, and to learn from one another. Focus on building a culture of active listening and empathy, where everyone feels seen and heard. And remember, cultural competence isn't a destination, it's a journey. It takes time, effort, and commitment, but the payoff is well worth it. Prioritizing cultural competence within an organization has a profound impact on its overall performance and productivity, ultimately culminating in enhanced operational excellence. This is achieved through a multifaceted approach that permeates every aspect of the organization, driving improvements in multiple areas. Firstly, cultural competence fosters a more inclusive and diverse workplace culture, where employees feel valued, respected, and empowered to contribute their unique perspectives and ideas. This leads to increased job satisfaction, reduced turnover rates, and improved employee engagement, as individuals are more likely to feel a sense of belonging and commitment to the organization. As a result, productivity and efficiency soar, as employees are motivated to go above and beyond in their roles, driving better outcomes and higher quality work. Moreover, culturally competent organizations are better equipped to attract, retain, and serve diverse client and customer bases. By understanding and valuing the cultural nuances and needs of their clients, organizations can tailor their services and products to meet their unique requirements, resulting in increased customer satisfaction, loyalty, and ultimately, revenue growth. This, in turn, enables organizations to expand their market share, improve their reputation, and establish themselves as leaders in their industry. Furthermore, cultural competence enhances an organization's ability to innovate and adapt to changing market conditions and customer needs. By embracing diverse perspectives and ideas, organizations can identify and capitalize on new opportunities, develop novel solutions, and stay ahead of the competition. This innovative ethos permeates every aspect of the organization, driving continuous improvement and fueling operational excellence. In addition, culturally competent organizations exhibit improved communication and collaboration among employees, stakeholders, and clients. By understanding and respecting cultural differences, individuals can more effectively communicate, negotiate, and resolve conflicts, resulting in enhanced teamwork, reduced misunderstandings, and increased trust. This, in turn, facilitates the seamless exchange of ideas, expertise, and resources, promoting a culture of collective problem-solving and driving operational excellence. Moreover, cultural competence has a direct impact on an organization's risk management and compliance practices. By understanding and addressing cultural nuances, organizations can mitigate the risk of cultural insensitivity, bias, and discrimination, reducing the likelihood of reputational damage, legal proceedings, and financial penalties. This proactive approach enables organizations to create a safe, inclusive, and respectful work environment, where employees feel comfortable reporting incidents, and leadership can respond promptly and effectively. Furthermore, culturally competent organizations are better positioned to attract and retain top talent, as they offer a workplace culture that is inclusive, diverse, and respectful of all individuals. This competitive advantage in the war for talent enables organizations to access a wider pool of skilled professionals, reducing recruitment costs, improving time to hire, and increasing the overall quality of their workforce. Cultural competence also has a profound impact on an organization's supply chain management and partnerships. By understanding and valuing the cultural nuances of their suppliers, partners, and vendors, organizations can develop more effective relationships, navigate cultural differences, and negotiate mutually beneficial agreements. This, in turn, enables organizations to improve their procurement processes, reduce costs, and enhance the overall quality of their goods and services. Ultimately, prioritizing cultural competence within an organization lays the foundation for operational excellence. By fostering a culture of inclusion, diversity, and respect, organizations can unlock the full potential of their employees, clients, and stakeholders, driving improved performance, productivity, and innovation. As organizations strive to achieve operational excellence, cultural competence serves as the catalyst, propelling them towards achieving their goals and establishing themselves as leaders in their industry.